about your music, and then obviously there's Self-Destruction, and We're on the Same Gang.
Yeah.
So with We're on the Same Gang in particular, did you see that song make an impact? Did it not make an impact?
Yeah. Yeah, I think All in the Same Gang and Self-Destruction made an impact, if for nothing else to show that all the rappers on the West Coast were together and could be on the same track and were united, not beefing and fighting with each other. Anytime you show a show of solidarity, it's good. You know, so when you saw all the East Coast rappers together, it's a good vibe. Now, as far as changing things, it's an effort. All you can do is try to make an effort. You know, someone who's hardcore, locked off into the set and banging, you know, you ain't moving them. But you might catch a kid before he goes in and make him think that it's not that cool. I mean, you have to make the effort. You have to just be applauded for the effort. And the cool thing about Same Gang, that was all spearheaded by Michael Conception, who, you know, out in the streets on the gang tip, and it, you know, for him to be like, look, I want to do something to slow it down, that's very admirable. That's a great thing. So, you know, can somebody do something and stop it? No, because it doesn't have anything to do with music when it starts. It starts from another whole entire condition. So to think music can, if music started the gangbanging, maybe it could stop it, but that's not what started it. It starts from some other previous condition that, you know, neighborhood peer pressure and just hood politics, you know. The best way to get out of a gang is to move away. Just move from that area. If you can move, you don't have to be in the gang. But that's what it is. Poverty doesn't allow you to move. We're up here in Beverly Hills right now. You ain't got to be no gang up here. Why? What, to go to Rouse? You know, but when you live in a project with 500, 800, you know, young men, there's going to be politics. You have to deal with them every day. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but that's how it is. No. I was just an artist on that. It wasn't my project. I got the call from Mike. I've been knowing Michael Conception since he could walk back in the day, you know, so me and him have been friends. And Mike was like, yo, will you do this? I'm like, done deal. And I just showed up, you know, make the track. I don't know why Cube wasn't on it. I mean, Eazy was on it, right? Well, then probably it had to do with some inner beef that they was dealing with. See, the thing of it is LA rap is made up of 3 trees, very small trees. It's N.W.A. and everybody they became, meaning whether it's Mac 10 and Snoop Dogg and all the different groups that came from that, the Syndicate, all the groups I had, and then Delicious Vinyl. Everybody else, there's no anybody else. We encompass all those groups. I had Muggs from Cyprus, was part of Aladdin, and so once N.W.A. and them had their little situation, we all stepped back. That was a family feud. It's nobody's business, you know. Me, Ren, Cube, all of us, we used to tour together, so we were all friends. But how do I get involved in a family dispute? So that's all I can expect probably, you know, at that time. I don't even know, maybe at that time him and Eazy was beefing.
Okay. And as far as your music, I wanted to get in, like, taking us back to when you were signing with Sire, because at that point, Curtis Blow obviously was on Mercury, but it was still rare for a rapper to be on a major label.
Right.
So for you, looking back and now being so successful and done all these big deals and different things, what do you remember about that time that was either like, you know, innocent or strange looking back, or noteworthy about the process?
I got signed on a luck. I did not get signed because I was hot or it was luck. I had started making records. I'd already met my manager, but we didn't have any record deals. And I started making independent records just to get a buzz. And I was working with this guy, unknown DJ, and I made that's why I made 6 in the morning. So I met Africa Islam at a club called the Radio, and I wanted my record to be played in New York. To me, unless I had a record in New York hitting, I wasn't a rapper. I wasn't on this West Coast shit because I was the first person, so I was like, yo, you know, it's New York. Was no West Coast scene. So I'm like, New York has to co-sign me. So I'm calling Iz and I say, Iz, man, I need you to get my record around. He was like, you have to come out here and meet the DJs. If I hand them a record, it's gonna go in their crate. If you come, they might spin it. And he said, the record's dope. Mel likes it, da da da. So I got a cheap ticket. I flew to South Bronx, and Islam personally introduced me to everybody. I met Scott LaRock. George already knew Scott LaRock, but I met Scott LaRock. I met Red Alert. I met Chuck Chillout. I met Africa Islam was like a super powerful DJ out there. So I met all the tops. And they started spinning my record. My record was playing in Latin Quarter. It was playing at Union Square. They never played no West Coast shit out there. They was playing my shit. So I was feeling real good about myself. And there was a guy named Ralph Cooper who was connected to the Apollo. And he had a relationship with Seymour Stein. And he said he pushed a compilation album at Seymour Stein, a hip hop compilation, which was myself, a guy named Bronx Style Bob, Donald D from the B-Boys, Melly Mel, and Grandmaster Caz. Seymour was about to do the compilation, but Mel was still signed to Sugar Hill. Caz was signed to Tough City. Donald was signed to Vintertainment. Bob had never put out a record, which left me. And I was the only one that had ever put out any music. And Seymour Stein, just not knowing, said, oh, why don't we just do IceT? That's how it happened, true story. And I was like, you wanna give me an album? I mean, he was so unknowledgeable about hip hop, he didn't know that you weren't supposed to be able to rap if you're from the West Coast. And he heard it. So I go to have the meeting with him, and he told me I sound like Bob Dylan. I knew Bob Dylan was. I'm like, okay, Subterranean Homesick Blues. Then this guy's like gay, and he's dancing around in socks. I'm like, yo. Then he looks into me, he goes, IceT, you have such incredible eyes. I'm like, holy shit. George heard this story before. And so, then he starts playing me calypso music. And he says, do you understand what this is? And I'm like, he said, well, they're singing about the issues in Trinidad. He says, just because you don't understand it doesn't make it invalid. It just means you don't understand it. Just like I may not understand everything you're saying, doesn't make it invalid. It just means I don't understand it. You remind me of Bob Dylan. I want to give you a record deal. So I was like, and he gave me like $40,000, no video, to make an album. Now, on today's standards, that sounds like chump change, but when you've been making your records with, $800, master mixing and putting out a piece of wax, 40,000 was like, yeah, we going to town. And so I made Rhyme Pays, no video, album went gold. And it was, the beauty of it was being signed to Sire, they were a rock label, and they just didn't understand hip hop enough to A&R it. I remember when I first turned the record in, I had a record song that said, called I Love the Ladies, and it says, guys grab a girl, girls grab a guy. If a guy wants a guy, please take it outside. And then Seymour says, well, Ice, what is this song? And I was like, well, look, Seymour, I'm not gay bashing or anything. I'm just saying I'm straight and I don't want to see it. And he was like, I said, Seymour, if someone can say they're gay on a record, can I say I'm straight? And then he was like, yeah, but there's so much aggression in this record. I'm like, does your daughter like it? Now, this is also new for me. This is a gay man with a family, right? So I'm there's lots of new things for me coming out the hoods. I'm like, okay, cool. Got a daughter. I said, "Do your daughter like it?" He goes, "Yes." And I said, "That tension you're feeling, Seymour, maybe that's money." And he hung up the phone. And it was. Sometimes when you feel uneasy about something, that's money. You know, it's that weird zone of uncertainty. And it was all because it was new. And the word new means it never happened before. You know, people love to throw the word around, but that's what it means. Never happened, it's never been done before. So this was something new. And record did well. I started off in the black at Warner Brothers, and I never turned back. All my records were in the black. Be sure to check out the History of Gangsta Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangsta Rap features exclusive interviews with IceT, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangsta Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangsta rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Young TV back with N.W.A.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangsta Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangsta Rap in stores now.